Hey folks, Steve here. How you doing? Handyman intro, take 8. Oh boy, just to get through this intro. My lord. Well, as a handyman, the only thing I really do for handyman is that I actually take care of 2 buildings, 4 apartments each building, so 8 units total. That's more or less the extent of my handyman work. So not too long ago, I am down there. There's 3 apartments open. There's a lot of flipping, a lot of things going on, so I'm down there quite a bit. More so than usual. So I went ahead, took the trailer down there, and I would park it for a week at a time. So I'd be down there kind of intently for a week, and then off for a little bit, and then come back down and all. So at one point, I'm down there, I have my trailer parked, I'm in and out quite a bit, and I had some things planned. I get a call from the property owner, and because he's kind of functioning as his own property manager right now. So I get a call or a text from the property manager and said, hey, kind of a service call, we've got a leaky garbage disposal, and so I need you to come in and basically kind of take care of this if you can tonight, if not tomorrow night. Well, no problem. And, you know, give me a couple of pictures of it and we'll figure it out. Well, lo and behold, it actually was a leaking garbage disposal, not the plumbing, not anything else. The disposal itself was leaking out of the bottom. That automatically triggers a replacement. So I kind of dropped what I was planning on doing and made this repair happen. So this is that repair. I'm going to go ahead and watch it. I'll narrate it because the tenant was there. I couldn't do any narrating, but they were well out of the way, so I could actually do the video. So I went ahead and said, what the heck, let's go ahead and video the thing. So I videoed the process, but wasn't able to really kind of talk my way through it. So I'm going to watch this video with you. I'll narrate it as we go, pointing out anything specific to what the video is. So I hope you enjoy it. If disposal videos aren't your thing, you've long since checked out. Otherwise, it's you and me, kid, and this disposal. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to get this started. I've got my glass of tea. I feel like I'm sitting down and I'm about ready to watch Bob Ross. So we can see the disposal there with all the plumbing and everything else ready to go. I noted in a picture exactly the model so I could pick it up. And here what I see is it is actually dripping from the disposal, so I know that I've got to replace it, checking out the electric, how's the electric going to work, and taking a quick look at the plumbing. And so the plumbing is standard. There's nothing tricky going on here. Looks like the plumbing itself is okay, and I was checking the supplies, although I don't need to do anything. There's the replacement. And I just have my grab-and-go plumbing toolbox, and I knew the basic 2 tools that I needed to get started besides the electrical. And normally if I put a disposal in, I of course leave that wrench in there, typically where the switch is, but I did not see that wrench anywhere in there. But fortunately I carry 1 or 2 extras. Okay, so of course got to unhook the thing, so here we go getting everything unhooked. They had a bucket underneath catching all the water so she could actually use her sink, because this is the only real kitchen sink that they had available. Getting that nasty water out of that trap. The smell. Ugh. And it was of course hooked up to a dishwasher, so I need to take that drain line off and then get the water out of that drain line. How often I have forgotten about that, and then water is all over the bottom. You got to clean that up. Fortunately, they had their bucket there, so I just took advantage of it. Sorry with the strobe effect. It was the LED lights for my job lights. Of course, I have to take the electrical all off. I did not actually film the disassembly of the electrical. Made sure the switch was off. I might have even went out to the panel and hit the panel. But there was water in that line, so I had to really kind of shake it out, dry it out, and let it set for a little while. Of course, this is the new disposal now. I'm taking the cover plate off, getting everything ready to go for the electrical. Fortunately, the Romex connectors actually just screw right in. Oh, here I'm showing that I actually knocked out the little tab for the disposal. Excuse me. Just the first time I did not knock that disposal out. The dishwasher didn't work. The dishwasher didn't work in the because the disposal wouldn't let it drain. Here I'm getting the electrical reassembled. First thing I want to do is get that Romex or that metal clad in there, get it tight. so as I do the electrical, that's not going to kind of discombobulate anything. And it is tight in there. Next thing I need to do is kind of the short stubs of wires that I do have, get them pulled up and ready to go. First thing I'll do is attend to the ground. Go ahead and get the ground assembled. Here I am crimping it around the ground screw. Get that tightened up. Then after that, I'll go ahead and take care of the neutral, then the hot. You can see the wire nuts are already right there. Typically when I'm putting on fixtures that already have wires that come pre-stripped, they normally strip about a 1/2 inch. I go ahead and take another 1/4 to a 1/2 off. So you can see there with that hot wire, or with the conductor, that I went ahead and stripped off, you know, making sure I have a full inch so I get full contact with that mechanical twist before I put the wire nut on. Again, sorry for the strobe. Love my LEDs, but for filming, not so much. Then I'm gently getting the wires down into the cavity, making sure that, you know, nothing comes undone and nothing is too pinched. Getting the cover plate back on, of course. That red-handled screwdriver I have had since 1997. I worked at an Ace Hardware and bought it at Ace Hardware. I think it was the first time, maybe, that I actually had a multi-function screwdriver. Here I am basically just getting the whole thing set. And that'll be either the old or the new wrench, but the wrench is going to stay with the unit. I'll just set it over top of the switch. Now I'm going to start the drain line plumbing. There's the gasket. Then the disposal PVC. I should be tightening that up at this point with my 30-year-old red-handled screwdriver bought from Ace Hardware when I worked there. The year that I worked at Ace Hardware, I had 5 W-2s sent to me for tax time. I was doing everything and anything that I could to earn money because I had a new family. Oh man, I was ragged. Here we go with assembling the trap again. And I did write on that disposal when I installed it, so anybody coming after me or me, I'll know exactly when it installed, and if it might be still under warranty, because we know where we bought it from, where I know where I bought it from. I didn't have a tripod with me, and so it was whatever angle I could kind of prop my phone at. So I like the angle of this install, but my goodness, it was problematic to film. Now what I'll do is I'll hand tighten everything as much as I can. I try not to get a wrench on them if I don't have to, but I will eventually run hot water through this thing about 3 or 4 minutes, get everything really good and hot and swelled, and normally I can get a twist or two, you know, a little bit more of a twist on them, get them hand tightened. Sometimes you can use a little bit of dish soap, and you can certainly always get like an adjustable, like a channel lock on them. Remembering that we took the knockout out with a screwdriver and a hammer, bam, bam, bam. Then pull the knockout out of the inside of the housing of the disposal. Then, of course, now I'm putting on the dishwasher drain. Interesting camera angles. It was unintentional. I kind of like it, you know, just from the back, seeing what's going on, because I never see from this view. I'm always on the other side. I guess here I'm just pointing out exactly what I've done. So, you know, the top is tight, you know, the disposal's tight, the plumbing's tight, everything that I'm going to be looking for leaks. Everything, you know, with the wiring is all complete. It's all, you know, with the switch. I didn't have to take it out of the switch. Here I'm just assuming, I'm showing that the bottom is dry. Normally I'll put a paper towel down and then I'll start to run hot water. That's what I was pointing out there. I'm going to run hot water, which will allow me to get maybe an extra turn, extra quarter turn on all of my lock joints, or my slip nut joints. I'm looking for leaks the whole time. I have tested it to make sure the unit actually functions. Now I'm going to fill the sink up and eventually pop that drain and then get a volume of water coming down through so it actually fills up the line. Again, checking for leaks in those situations, and I saw nothing. It was really a good install, easy install, worked out just fine.
Hey folks, Steve here. So I have a garbage disposal I need to swap out in one of my handyman duties when I'm not contracting. Well, today I got a text from the property owner, and it's the one of the 8 units that I service. I don't do anything other than these 8 units. That's pretty much the extent of my handyman stuff, but I get odd jobs once in a while. But anyway, here we are. Hey, garbage disposal is leaking. Apparently he was down doing some painting on the properties as he's flipping some of the apartments, getting them ready to go. And all right, no problem. Is you know, where's it leaking? Because remember, you cannot trust people. They do not know what they are doing. It's leaking out of the garbage disposal. If it's leaking out of the disposal, you got to replace it. That's it. And so I requested a couple of pictures. He sent them to me, and it looked like it was leaking out of the garbage disposal. And in truth, it did. You know, it was. So that was a good call. But I have had those before, and it's not that. It's anything but. It's just leaking under there, right? On my way home from my regular job, I stopped at the local hardware store, picked up a 3/4 horsepower incinerator, and so I knew, you know, swap out kind and kind. So there you go. Projects. And so my trailer's down here, and because my trailer's here, all I needed to do was pull in and grab that plumbing box right there and my electrical belt right there. That's all I needed for this particular project. And I knew I had exactly what I needed. I knew I had all the tools. I have some plumbing parts in here if I needed anything else. And it was that easy. So I just grabbed those two, headed on in, grabbed a towel, grabbed some paper towels because I knew there was some cleanup. And it was bang, bang, bang. Now, I was probably an hour all told going to pick up the garbage disposal, getting on site, getting my tools in, getting set down, filming, and then getting rid of everything else, maybe hour and 15 minutes. And that's with a lot of muss and fuss that I wouldn't normally do if I were just trying to show up and get it done. But figured it was an opportunity to show you, hey, on the job site, this is how quickly it can go and how easy it can go. I was able to reuse all the other plumbing, so there was no problem there. I didn't need to fetch other plumbing parts and make all that happen. Hey folks, thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate it. If you would, like and subscribe, free to you, helps me out. Thank you very much for that. And if you want to, ring that notification bell. It'll let you know when I drop videos. I don't have it on any kind of regular schedule, so it's a surprise. And you can decide then, hey, yeah, looks like a really cool video. Or, no way, not this time, Spence. Make another one. We'll see. Otherwise, you all take care. Have a good one because I know you deserve it. And I'll have a good one too just because if you deserve it, I want to ride that train. Take care. Bye.